you all and to be virtually with you all in your rooms as well. I'm just so happy to be here in this this crazy, wonderful, chaotic, wacky time that we are all living in. You know, many think this is a kind of a bizarre time to be alive, but I think it's really a fantastic time actually to be alive, especially for artists, because it's times like this that I think artists are most invigorated and inspired and influential as well. I think an Uta Hagen quote comes to mind. I think it was Uta Hagen that said, artists are the conscience of a society. So it's my personal belief that it is no accident that we are all here in the same time, in the same space, in this now, right now. I believe that each one of us comes here with a special gift, and we have something to share with the world, something to touch a few or many. As artists, we are among the kind of rarefied group that have the opportunity to touch many people. And it all starts with an idea. It all starts with the writer. As my master acting teacher, Sal Dano, used to drill into my head almost every single lesson, he used to say, the actor's first obligation is to the writer. Or as many of the good books have said, in the beginning was the word. So I'm especially excited and honored to be a part of tonight's Kleban Award. Thank you so much for asking me to be here, which is going to two writers who will spark change in the world through a new thought or a new concept, a new way of looking at the world, or a new way of connecting us or reconnecting us to laughter and joy. I'm grateful to the late, great Ed Kleban for encouraging and enabling that, and I am grateful to all of the writers that are here today who are continuing to fight the good fight to change this interesting world that we are living in for the better. So now I have been tasked with reading a message from David Lindsay Aber to the writers. David is one of my favorite writers, and he has moved me to no end from the first time I saw Rabbit Hole to just last week I saw his work in Kimberly Akimbo, where he is the lyricist and the book writer, and it was based on his idea from his play, Kimberly Akimbo, as well. So I'm so happy to be reading his remarks. So these are from David Lindsay Aber. I want to first personally congratulate the writers. And by personally, I mean Brian Stokes Mitchell is going to read this for me. Which is better for all of us because he has a much nicer voice than I do. So yeah, congratulations to Ryan and Ethan. In case you haven't realized it yet, you need to know the Kleban Prize can change your life. It sure changed mine. And yes, that was a reference to an Ed Kleban lyric. If you didn't recognize it, then I'm sorry, your award will be rescinded. I've been lucky enough to win some prizes. Not as many as Lynn Nottage, but I have a few. But none mean more to me than the Kleban. And not just because of the cash. But obviously, the cash is amazing. It's the most cash I've ever won for anything. I mean, a Pulitzer is nice, but you have to win 10 of them to get Kleban money. And do you know what a writer can do with $100,000? They can stop doing most of the other stuff that isn't writing. I can't begin to tell you how grateful I was for those 2 years. There was less worry, less scrambling, and so much more writing. I can't think of a greater gift to a writer, except maybe a catamaran. That would be awesome. But more than the money, winning a Kleban is an affirmation that what you're doing is worthy. We don't always get that as writers, so it can feel like a blast of oxygen when we do. At least it did for me. And even better, It came with the great Ed Kleban's name attached. And it was awarded by my heroes. And I got to be on a list with all the amazing artists that had won the prize before me, and now all the ones who win it after me. And if you're really lucky, the Kleban folks might invite you back to say a few words. And if you're unavailable, then Brian Stokes Mitchell will read them for you. But above all else, what I love most about the Kleban Prize is the intention behind it. Most awards are given after the fact. You're awarded for something you've done. But the Klebans are given for what you will do. It's an investment in you as writers. It says, you are the most promising, and we believe in your talent, and we want to help you get where you want to go. That encouragement and validation proved invaluable to me, and I'm sure it will to you as well. Congratulations to you both, David, Lindsay, Adair.